these shades off. The shades
on. Episode 5.
I'll let you have the shades, bud.
I'm always on the shades. Episode 5, B.A.M.N podcast. Me and the most famous yogi in Ireland, what?
What the fuck, man?
Fucking hell.
Before we start, if anybody that was there is watching this, thanks very much for coming. My heart is absolutely full, as I don't know what is after happening. I was actually frightened and taken back by the other night. It started with me, you, Ross, Nathan, Grace, Connor, and who was it?
Connor B.
Butch, Ross's friend. 7 people in St. Anne's Park.
Yeah.
And Natalie Connolly, actually. She was the one who was milling me to get me yoga teacher training done. And then I think I was looking at it today, and the first 5 rows had like 21 or 22 people in it, and then there was just people scattered everywhere. So I think there was like 140 people down at the beach for a fucking yoga session, which is crazy.
Man,
so
you raised €420 that day?
€420 that night for Suicide or Survive, suicide awareness and suicide prevention organisation. So there's €845 raised altogether, and I just want to thank everybody that's been dropping the €2 or €1 or 5, or some people have been dropping scores in the hat, and I'm like, this is crazy. But it's I think when you have something attached to it that's for something positive, I think people are going to invest a little bit more. See, will you be throwing all that money now and I'm qualified up and start charging people?
That's it, yeah. That's it. It's organic. You're doing it for the right reason.
Yeah.
People can see it. There's a good vibe. It's not like someone got down there trying to rob anyone or do stuff. Like, it's all organic. It's unreal, man, to see like where it is now. Like, even the other times we've been there, there's been 20 people, then there's been like 40, then back to 20, and now like
then 10 one Sunday morning, you know.
And then it's unreal. And the vibe, and you're fucking smashing it, to be honest, but well done.
Thanks very much, man. I'm learning so much in that hot yoga Dundrum. The guys over there are putting on such a course, and I didn't actually think it was going to be like this. I thought it would be just like postures or whatever, but learning about the history, the philosophy. We've Dr. Lucy Ware she's a doctor on yoga. She's just literally a wealth of knowledge, and she's reciting like parts of the Bhagavad Gita, which is literally like a scripture of yoga, and she's in the middle of teaching you yoga, and you go into a bloody trance when you're on the ground. Like,
really, yeah.
I have to apologise because I keep falling asleep at the meditation at the end of it, and everybody's sitting looking at me in a Zoom chat, and here's me panned out on the floor. But I'm working overtime. That's why I'm in the slacks and shirt. I'm working too much, and I do be wrecked. But I'm delighted the way it's going. I didn't think it was going to end up getting such traction like that. Like, we had your man from Outburst, Casey Walsh, and his brother Casey Carruth were there as well the other night. Like, she was there the first night. Her and her friends come down, and they were delighted and dragged a few boys that wouldn't be into yoga, and that's where I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to get the lads into it, because
that's where it is. Like, I do yoga every day now. That's part of my list. It's like yoga, whether it's 5 minutes or whatever, and that's just down to you and just doing a flow.
Yeah.
And the difference, even relaxing you before you go to sleep, that's what I just do at the end of the day. You do yours in the morning, I do mine in the evening. But like, if I don't do it, I just feel a bit tired. And I just add me stretching in with it as well, but that's just down to you when we done that yoga challenge thing, remember?
Yeah. And that's the thing, what I've learned about yoga myself now from doing the courses. When I was getting into it, I was like, right, I'm going to be killing people with savage exercise and yoga classes and stuff. And everybody is messaging me now about how relaxed they are coming out of the classes and how good the meditation is. And I'm not like, I don't know too much into meditation. I know how to do my own meditating, but to give a guided meditation and talk people through a meditation and hold that space for people is all new to me. And then people are messaging me saying the meditation was brilliant, felt so relaxed, and you're a natural at it. And I'm like, but then you're kind of making a laugh in the meditation as well, because I want to keep it lighthearted. And someone messaged me saying, I love your yoga, it's very Irish. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she says, it just feels like it's an Irish person doing it. The way you talk, the way you relate it to kind of normal stuff, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm up there mambo jumbo and around me, which is all that is important in yoga too. But
make sure your personality comes through. That's what the difference is, isn't it?
Yeah, I want people to be able to relate to me. Like, you know, I don't want to be some fella at the top of the class that just thinks he's this staunch yogi that knows everything. Kind of like, you see that in some yoga classes, like the yoga teacher is like, they think they're a god at the top, whereas what I'm doing down there is, it's not me, as I said, it's all of us coming together. I'm just picking the time and day, and the crew that is down there, like you could chat to everybody down there.
Yeah, 100%.
All walks of life, all shapes, ages and sizes. It's crazy.
You have friends there now. Do you know what I mean? People who you see, like, you're like, they talked to last week, and then it's like a little community now. That's what it's about.
The only thing with me now is I'm finding it hard to remember everybody's name, because I'm like, oh yeah, I was talking to you last week. Were you talking to me online? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But that's my Seanie with the yoga. You've been on the grind.
On the grind.
Tell us what's going on. What's going on? You've been cycling,
running, swimming, graft. It feels good to be back. Like, just doing all the little stuff that I kind of wasn't doing for the last while, like the yoga and the push-ups and just on a different one. No smokes, no drinking, nothing. Strict. It feels good.
And how are you finding even, like, because I often, myself now, I have to go for a fag in my lunch, and I hate smoking.
Off it, that's it. It's weird, like, because I enjoy smoke, but that's it. I'm like, just, I'm in a zone, I'm in a new thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, gone on a sicko mode. Done a 3-hour cycle today. I think I'd done 78 kilometers, then straight off the bike into a sub 20 5k. And
That
it's just like,
sickening.
I got the first, like, I was just planning on doing like 5 minutes kilometer, and I got off 2 kilometers in. Then fucking, I was like, I can do a sub 20 straight off the bike. My first brick session, it's like, I'm gonna smash this. So then I took a picture with that, sent it to the coach, said, who does that?
Jason
like,
Gorman does that.
I was like, but
Sick, that's savage, man. Fair play to you. And I'm just loving this new mentality you have. I don't know what it is, whether it's just kind of a sense of freedom, or you just have new motivation, or whatever it
it's
is.
a goal, isn't it? Like, this scares me. Like, it's some, like, who does an Ironman in 5 months? You know what I mean?
Give yourself goosebumps. Remember you
That's
said
it.
that? That
That's
was
what
one
it
of
does.
Jayo's wheezes to kind of motivate himself up. And if you don't know what a wheeze is, it's Longford for...
I don't even know what it is.
it's like a caption or a slang word, or, like, you know what I mean? It's just like a slogan kind of, so you know what I mean? So
But fucking, yeah, no, I'm gonna smash this. I can just feel it. Like, when I got off that bike today into that run, I was like, oh, I was built for this, you know what I mean? I just, like, got mad rush and, like, and got the run done. So just especially 3 hour cycling, that's not, like, this is my first week really at it. Like, so I've done 5 hours on the bike this week so far. But feel at home on it.
the 3 hour cycle, even, to just be draining mentally to think I have to go and do a 5k run now. It's alright when you're doing an Ironman and you're built up to that level of fitness, but that goes to show what kind of an engine you have. He's a fucking stamina. I'm telling you, he's like fucking Shergar, so he is. But, like, in fairness, 5 months is going to be some achievement. And are you just wanting to finish it, or have you given yourself a roundabout of a time?
Starts off just wanting to finish it, isn't it?
Just wanting to finish
no,
it.
but, like, by the time when I get there, I'm gonna be hugging at my goals. Like, the swimming, I know where I am on the bike, I know where I am on the running, but the swimming I don't really know yet where I am, because I've only been swimming in the pool, and then it'll be different when I start the open sea. So I have me, like, realistically want to be under 12 hours. That's where I want to be, but then I haven't done enough yet to gauge where I'm going to be. But I know when I get to that stage, like, to be honest, with the work I'm putting in and I'm being off the smokes and everything, I'm going to be flying. I know I am.
Ironman is taking him off the smokes.
That's it.
It's like hunt the smokes, because I need a cigarette in my break. And sometimes I don't. Some days I'm like, right, I'm not going to smoke today, and I won't. And it'll be 2 days of the week I won't smoke, or 3 days. But then something will kick off in work, or something will happen. I'll be like, right, I'm going to have a cigarette here and a coffee before I end up fucking joking someone. But they're a blight, because they're so hard to get off them when you are.
That's it. Like,
Even just one cigarette, you're just like, right, I have to have that in my lunch.
yeah, no, that's what I was like for. But, like, that's all the last marathon I was just saying. I was having the odd smoke here or there, but I'm in a different mode now. I'm in the same mode I was when I was like coming up to, what was it? When I was coming up to doing the first 5k on the 20 minutes, I was just on this mode where I wasn't doing anything I shouldn't have been doing. And then I kind of got to a stage where, like, it was lifestyle. I was still training my bollocks off, but I was like, alright, I have to have a balanced lifestyle. But now I'm back on this zone now. I'm just in a different headspace.
You are in the bulletproof monk shit as well.
That's it. I'm on it, man. Honestly.
Fair play to you. You're like, even just listening to you and these little meetups, because we get chatting fuck all. It's just like, this is it now. Because I was like, I'm gonna go home now and flake out tonight after working, because I was in work since 6 in phlebotomy, and then I was in the lab then until I had to do 2 hours overtime there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and chill out. And now listening to you, I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna do something sick.
Yeah. But it's mad, isn't it? Like, I just love it, man. I love the training. Like,
and that's it. When people with the whole training aspect, the starting off is obviously the hardest. Like, you have such a good level of fitness, but I know so many lads are like, how do you do that? And I just can't get started. And it's just, when you start, it's like anything. When you're implementing new habits, you're not going to click your fingers and say, oh yeah, that's it, perfect, I'm in. You're not. You're going to be struggling for a couple of weeks. You're going to fall off, fall on, until eventually you push the days you fall off out so far that the days you were on it take over. You know what I mean? So if you get 6 days out of 7, isn't that what you'd be aiming for? If you have one bad day in a week, who gives a shite? Like, you know what I mean?
that's it. Like, I've had so many times where, like, I used to not go to the gym, or, like, I'd have plans to go to the gym, meet people, and I just like, no, I'm not doing it, like, for so long. But they're not drinking. You need to not drink. That's the key. If you want to start, you need to give yourself at least 3 months to 6 months just not drinking, and it'll just change. You'll have a different motivation. Like, I finish work, I do 8.5 hours, 9 hours a day in work, and as soon as I finish, I'm just like, get home as quick as I can, get on the bike, get on the shoes, go for a swim, just get on it. Like, I can't wait, and then I get out. Sometimes, most of the time now, I'm doing the runs and the long things without headphones, just being in my own head. Because I don't have that time to chill out, really. That's what kind of me chill out time is. It sounds weird as it sounds, but me time to be on my own, work stuff out that I have going on, and it's it's a lifestyle though. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I was thinking. Like I was like, if I got up this morning, I think I got up at 9. I was like, and I was on the bike by 9, and I was like, do you know what? I just sat around till 12. Them 3 hours. I just sat around doing fuck all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd have something. I'd have done nothing, and it still came to 12, and I'd been like, but like I just went down the bike and got that done, then straight onto the run.
That's it. The thing there we were saying about leaving your headphones, not having your headphones on. I'm a fucker for having headphones on, but recently when I've been going to do a hard session, I don't bother bringing the headphones because they'll be falling off your head anyway. They're just more of a hindrance than anything, and they kind of distract you. But the first time I forgot my headphones there a couple of weeks ago, I got in a complete fucking trance in the gym, and it was weird. If you actually listen to the nattering that's going on in your head, because it's your own thoughts, and people block them out, and I could be listening to 50 Cent or Dave, whatever rap shit I'm listening to, and I was in the gym, have no headphones, and just the thought process that you're in, the ideas that you come up with, and I'm just like there, right?
Start putting stuff together.
Oh, I'm just there like literally in the middle of a gym session. I'm like, right, that actually looks like a good idea, and I'd be taking notes down on my phone. Whereas if you have your headphones in there, you're just bopping away. So I'd advise a few lads to drop the headphones and see what thoughts come to your head. Don't be afraid to be alone with your own thoughts. That's what's wrong with most lads.
That's what I was the same. I'd be like, I'm going to this run, I need to listen to a podcast or something, and my head's gone. But now I'm like, do you know what? I have a lot of shit going on that I need to deal with, that I'm not dealing with. I was like, let's just go out and you start putting stuff together, and you start getting ideas, and you start doing stuff. And I start doing recently now, I'm doing voice memos. So I'm doing every day, instead of doing journaling, I was doing the journaling. Like I'm still writing everything down my phone, but I'm doing voice memos now. So 4 minutes, I'm doing, it's averaging about 4 minutes just talking. I'm working stuff out and stuff I'm going through. I'm like literally having a conversation with myself for 4 minutes, and I'm like, I'm getting a lot out of it. And I only started doing this recently. It's easy, and I'm just dating them, putting them in. I said I was going to do it from when I started doing the Ironman. So every day, all the training, I'm going to just not, like voice memo it all down. Are
you going to voice memo it as in what you have to do, and then you're going to critique it after?
No, just how I'm feeling.
Oh, how you're feeling about it. Oh,
just like a journal, like how I'm feeling, how the training's going, well, just whatever else is going on that day. And find it good, and it's easy. Like I can do it in the car. Like say if I'm going to meet you or going to do something, I'm in the car. I'm not getting home in bed. I'm lying in bed. And, fuck, I never journaled. Pull out, and then it's just I'm writing stuff down for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I love journaling though. I like putting pen to paper, but I was using those voice notes on the phone before for. I don't know. I remember seeing something before about positive affirmations and about how you can actually like train your brain if your brain is listening to your own voice. So it might sound stupid that you're plumazing yourself talking into your phone. But when you have that recorded and you have it saved, and if you're feeling a bit down or you're doing a bit of meditating, put your headphones in. You'd be surprised what can be like put into your body from the sound waves of your own voice. Because I've done it, and I'm not saying I like the sound of my own voice. I sound like a fucking chainsaw from the bogs starting up something. But but just when you hear those words and it's your own thoughts, like it's a different kind of affirmation instead of listening to some fella on YouTube you don't know. And it's good to hear yourself talk about yourself in a good light and in a positive way. And drop the negative stuff, lads. There's so many lads saying negative things about themselves that they'll be chanting, and I'm like, why are you saying that? Flip it the other way and try and think the positive side of it instead of always having the negative side, because you just get dragged down with negativity. That's it, like it's a mad thing, the whole negative side. I try to be very positive myself. I'm very hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself, but I'm still like positive when I do so well. I'm like, I give myself a pat on the back. Yeah. For about 2 minutes, and then I'm like, right, what's next? Yeah, that's it. Like, cause you could get stuck admiring the work that you're after putting in. Yeah. And that's what was us when we were playing rugby. Like, you could be after milling a fella with a tackle or someone. You'd be just after doing something good, but you'd be after doing the good thing, and someone would switch off and end up losing the ball, or you get busted with a tackle, and that's what the managers would be giving it to you on the sideline. You don't switch off when you have the job done. You keep going, you know, and it's the same with everything in life. You don't switch off just because you get a little bit. Like, I'm not going to switch off now because there was 140 something people. Like, next week I could turn up, there could be 30, and is that going to break my heart? No, it's not. It's just that's what was there that night, and I'm accepting of whatever shows up. If 5 people show up, or 200 people show up, or 500, from the way the DMs are hopping over now anyway, there could be 5. I could be getting arrested next week for organising the Imagine bigger beats. But it's mad, like it's only the start. Like if I had to listen to people at the start when I started training, they're like, you're doing too much. That's not gonna. Like, and I was looking back now, I'm doing 3 times as much as I was with people. People are like, you won't last doing that now. That's a lot. You're gonna break your body down. And I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, only I'm headstrong. I'm like, this is only the start of where I'm going. Like I'm only building now. That's it. Like, and even now I'm still building. Yeah, and fair play to you, because like, I think the two of us are kind of pushing each other on with this whole thing. Like, because as you said in one of the episodes, was like, well, if he's doing it, I have to do it, you know what I mean? And that's,
it's good to be kind of surrounding yourself with that, because I had a conversation with my mate back home today. She rang me, I haven't talked to her in ages, and she was just saying that she was proud of me and fair play to you for doing that. And she goes, but don't be burning yourself out, like you're doing an awful lot. And I'm just there feeling physically I'm full of energy.
Yeah.
I'm not tired in my body, I'm tired in my mind when I'm in my 9 to 5 job. But I'm just literally, it's a sad way to be, but it's going to be like that for a few months. I'm living to get out of there at 5 o'clock to do my bits in the evening, and I'm living for the Wednesday nights and the Saturdays in Portmarnock. But I just don't, people, I've seen someone post before, oh, burnout isn't a badge of honour, and I'm like, yeah, that's the cunt that has only done a bit of work Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
These are all these people like that are looking for an excuse to get out. I'm looking for excuses when I'm doing something like I go cycling today and I'm coming down the coast and I was flying going down. I knew I'd turn around and come back, and I was like,
and the breeze.
And I turn around, I get back then, I get to this, and I get this wind bait me, and I'm literally, if someone looking at me, they're thinking I'm sick, and I'm like, I actually love this. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the reason why people have stopped. It's like, this actually turns me on.
That's something stretch. I guarantee it was something stretch, was it?
Like the head down, I was like, I'm only averaging slow mileage, but I was pushing myself to get through it. I'm like, this is what it's about, because you have no control over the weather. So when you get bad weather, deal with it, because nothing's going to be perfect.
That's it. Embrace the elements.
I love it. Honestly, I love doing stuff that could be an excuse.
That's it. And people are like, oh, you'll burn yourself out. Oh, I'm taking a day off today. I'm taking a mental health day. I'm taking a rest day. Fair enough, if your head's wrecked, take a mental health day. But people are looking for the soft option the whole time. And those people that say, oh, you'll burn yourself out, are only working 3 or 4 days a week. I am flat out. You are flat out. Some of my mates are flat out, and it's just inspiring to be hanging around with those people. And
like, you can do a week's worth of training in a day. Do you know what I mean? If you build yourself up to it. Now, there is a thing where there's a fine line between going overboard and injuring yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to know the difference between being a bitch and being an
animal.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had days where I've been like, oh, I feel tired now, I shouldn't train, and then I go have an animal of a session, and it's just knowing that and push it, and like, you're building on that all the time. But there's a fine line there, that I haven't hit the limit where I think.
I'm the same. I feel like I am, and I'm always talking to you. It's like, yeah, we're pushing each other. And I was just looking back last week, and I was like, right, I'm after filling my day out here, and I'm like, I'm only at about 80% here, and I'm fucking smashing the Jayo stuff. So, and I've just found, listening to you talking about your Iron Man shit and all the stuff that's after happening to me over the last couple of weeks with people showing up to my class and stuff. I'm just like, right, I'm gonna push on with this now, and fuck this 80-90% shit. It's gonna be flat out now. Even though I feel like I'm flat out, but I still feel, you know the way you always have that little bit of reserve.
There's always a bit of time management there. Like, you can always push it a little bit more. I feel as much as I can, but like, there's always a little bit of time to lose a bit of sleep or do something. Do you know what I mean?
Man, I am literally, if there's anyone out there that has any good sleep remedies or something, because
I know a few up John 90s.
Strung out in the bed. But could get them myself. But imagine going into work the next morning, you wouldn't know where you were. But no, honest to God, I literally, I'm not joking, I'm operating on about 4 hours sleep. Because by the time I get home after doing all my shit in the evening time, I need that time to chill out. And I'm like, right, I could go to sleep now at 11 o'clock and get good sleep. And I'm like, no, I just need to read a book. I need to watch something poxy on YouTube. I need to text a few people back. And I'm like, right, it's 10 to 2 now and I'm up at 5:30. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm killing myself Monday to Friday. But I'm after creating a bit of space now at work. I'm after stepping down away from a couple of hours that was being offered to me. Because in the long term, my head is focused on yoga, health and fitness. I'm popping a tent up in that Portmarnock shelters and not paying rent anywhere, but I'm going to try and get out of that lab now as soon as I can, because I imagine, like, I can't be sitting there making other people rich anymore, you know what I mean? I want to make my own money, my good money, as we were saying the last time, and it's time for a change. They reckon 4 years, every 4 years, that you should be changing something up in your life. So this is coming on to the 4th year there, so
get it going,
especially
you know yourself what's happening now, like where you are. Like, you're in a good position thing now to get your shit. Like, I mean, to just go with this. You'll either go with it now, or you'll always you'll be half 50-50, and you're not 50-50, man. You're like myself.
Not
either
50-50.
in or you're out.
I'm either in or I'm out, and if a weak pull out game.
So I'm in.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Don't know, I'm like a fucking priest walking around the place. But anyway, I'd say I'll be there. We'll give it till Christmas anyway, and we'll see what goes on. I've a few things I need to tick off now. I have to get my piece of paper, obviously, off Hot Yoga Done Drum. Have another 2 courses I want to do, and I think I might get one of them nailed before Christmas. And that will be 3 things I'm after adding to me bow in 12 months: phlebotomy training, the yoga, and there's a strength and conditioning course that's coming up and I think it's 6 weeks part-time, or else it's 2 weeks intensive.
Yeah.
So I might just hand in the P45 and work and just go on the 2, get me last month's wages and go on the 2 weeks intensive and just
You
go
could even do 2 weeks, take 2 weeks holidays if you had
take
to.
2 weeks holidays. Yeah, could actually have a load of holiday days left, because I can't get a holiday in the fucking place. All this COVID shit. What's the crack with you and work? Are you busy?
Yeah, it's actually decent enough. Last month was decent enough.
And are you getting? I seen you were out cycling. Oh, you were off this morning.
off,
What's the
yeah.
crack? Will you have to start getting the cycles in the morning, then doing a run in the evening, or would you like to
It'll split.
get your cycle and your run together,
So,
or are you dueling?
Now we're back to 5 days a week, so 6 days a week I'm 6 days a week, January, February, March, and in July because of new rages. So I'm back to 5 days a week now.
Right.
So I get a day off during the week. So my day off during the week is going to be my brick session, which is a big bike, like a 3-hour bike, and then a run after that. And then the Sunday then will be my big run, and then after that, whatever else is just like me like 2-hour cycles and me thing, whatever way. Darius is going to give me what I need to do, and then I'll fit into my week whatever way.
Darius from Up and Out, is it?
Yeah.
I met the lad twice and I couldn't remember his name the 2 times I met him. And I was like, it's just now I remember.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
And what's the plans for the weekend? Are you coming down with us Saturday morning?
Yeah, I'm going to do
Lovely.
a 5k tomorrow, nice and easy.
This won't be out in time for tomorrow morning, obviously, but there's a little run, run swim vibe that our mate Stacey is running, and we're going to be there every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Any weekend I'm there, we're going to do a little bit of yoga after and just have the buzz. So as we keep saying, just get your arse down to Portmarnock on a Saturday or any evening. You get chatting to anybody. I'm down there most nights and I get chatting to randomers from all over the spot, and it's been good marketing for me. I've been I've been going down to Portmarnock every Monday for the last, let's say, 7 weeks, and just met it. I was like, right, it was for myself going down, but then for the first 2 weeks got chatting to this person, got chatting to that person, got chatting to this person, and then every Wednesday after chatting to those people on the Monday, they were coming to the yoga class then, you know what I mean? So word of mouth is a good way to
get it out there,
things, especially when people see what you're doing, and I feel like I'm fairly approachable and chatting to people down there the whole time. So I'd advise you to get down. If you're around any Saturday, get down. If you see Jason down there and I'm not there, go up and
come on, say hello,
yeah, you'd be part of the B.A.M.N army then.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. We put you through your paces. Nah, to be honest, the Saturday run's handy. Like, there's people who walk,
I'm going to be taking the walking group because of a fucked up leg. So Jason will be doing
I'll be just doing a run. I'll be running with everyone. I'll be just going slow. It'll be just a recovery run for me. So
nice and handy. Oh, will we must talk a little bit about the Portmarnock picnic on the 25th of September. It's going to be dumbed down a little bit because it got so much traction. And people are talking about public liability insurance and everything, but Jason and my mate Stacey are going to be leading a run. Did I tell you that?
Oh, well.
When you're there, anyway, there's going to be loads of fitness stuff, loads of music, and we're going to be finishing up with cacao and Reiki ceremonies at the end of the evening, and Paddy Douglas is going to take us away with a Wim Hof breathing session. So if you're around the 25th of September, get your hold down to Portmarnock and we'll have a right little knees up, sober knees up, family affair, and just the usual stuff that we're at down there. Fitness classes going on down there the whole time, like, you know. So many talented people down there, and I'm delighted that I'm a part of it. I'm still shook after Wednesday night though, man. Honest God, the hairs are standing up in the back of my neck thinking about it.
Honestly, fair play.
How was the yoga like? Because it actually timed out well. Like, my yoga's been, the sequencing has been going grand. And then literally last week we had an actual sequencing session, and I wasn't too far off with some of the stuff, but it just fell perfect that was on before this Wednesday, because I was only expecting 40 or 50 people to show up, and I had a list of stuff that I was going to do, had like 10 sections, and I had a playlist wrote up, and then seeing everybody there, and I was like, right, back to basics. I'm improvising the shit out of this, and I pretty much did improvise the whole lot of it. So
that's it. It needs to be easy going for people. Like, to be honest, even I've been doing this since I know you, and
it was probably not as challenging for you, but it's just
it's still good. It's up, but I think like it's going to be always new people coming in, so it's not going to be. You can't make it too hard for people.
Well, that's what I'm doing with that Wednesday thing, because it is only for charity. It's kind of part of my teacher training because I have to teach 10 sessions. The Wednesday thing is literally just going to be right. It's going to be kind of there for everybody. 1 week we'll do it a little bit faster, so it's a little bit of a workout. You probably won't feel the effect of it. A lot of the lads won't, but there's a lot of beginners there that have said to me, geez, my arse is killing me or my core is killing me. And then the second week we're going to slow it down. Bit of yin yoga, bit of R&B music, bring your bird, bring your fella and go home and make a baby after. That's the kind of vibe I'm going to be setting up next Wednesday. And some fella said to me, actually, he came up and he was like, he goes, thanks very much. He goes, me and my wife came last week, and the wife was there, obviously went this week. He goes, yeah, we loved it. He goes, when we come back tonight, he said, it's going to become a little date night for us to get away from the kids and everything. And I swear to God, my heart just lifted. I was like, I'm delighted, because I'd say he was in his 50s, you know what I mean? So
it's a good thing. Like, I love it now, man. I just love the yoga. Every time we got, like, I don't miss it now.
Yeah. It's mad to think that I'm going to be doing yoga, like, you know.
It's mad to think, like, I mean, when you're doing the yoga teacher training, then, like, did you show them all what the story was there on that beach? Did you show them pictures and all, like,
we're in the classes and they're like, how do you feel about doing this? And, like, obviously it's a little bit more different over Zoom and trying to have the same energy and stuff. And then, like, Nadia and Sophie from Hot Yoga Dundrum obviously looked at my story last night and were like, what is after happening, Seanie? My God. Pete, we weren't down there. We would have loved to have come. They're back out in Portugal now. But they were like, can you send us on some of them videos? We have never seen anybody coaching a session like that before. They were like, that is unbelievable, like, to be coaching that many people on the beach. So I'm delighted.
And you know what? So the dip at the end of it, everyone getting in the water and all. So it's just a proper vibe, to be honest.
That's it. And, like, people were like, I was thinking about doing some up here in Phoenix Park and some other parks around. And I was like, you know what? That's not what it's about. It's about the whole...
what we do.
Yeah, it's our kind of thing. Our clique are down there for the dip. No matter what event is on, the dip happens after, and that's where I think you really find yourself in the dip. Like, because I was talking to a few girls from the Matter and work, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we normally don't go sea swimming, and we feel fresh after." And I'm like, "That's it. You just have to get in past that pain barrier for the first 60 seconds. Get your head down." And
what, you still talk about sea swimming?
Yeah. Get your head down and think of the sister. Yeah, no, we're still talking about the sea swimming. See, you stop talking about sex, man. It's Friday, and I haven't got the rub of the relic in about fucking 6 months.
I'm off. You don't need it when you do this much endurance training.
I honest to God, I wouldn't be able anyway. I'd be on the broad of my back. I'd be like a sack of spuds with all the work I'm putting in. I know I say that now. You know yourself. Well, Mark Morrison returned to the Mac playing in the background.
Bit of R&B.
Oh, stop. I think we might leave it there. What's the plan now for the weekend? We're meeting up Saturday.
Saturday, run the swim. You're going to do it. Yoga. I probably have to go to work when you start the yoga.
Yeah.
I'm doing a swim in the pool Saturday evening. Sunday I'm doing a big run with Jimmy, and then a dip. And then another week starts on Monday then.
What am I doing this weekend? This is the first weekend I've had off, literally. I've either had yoga college or work, and most weekends I've been working before I've had to go to yoga college, so I've literally nothing to do this weekend. So I'm going to enjoy the run group tomorrow with Stacey, and I have a little shamanistic ceremony booked in for myself tomorrow. So
hippie shit.
It's trippy hippie shit, so it's going to be eventful. I haven't had one of these ceremonies now in a couple of months, so I think it's time, just with the new mentality that I kind of have now at the minute. I'm just like, right, it's time to see what's going on up in the brain, because I haven't had time to rest really, and I'm always thinking about what's next, what's happening Wednesday, what's happening Friday, what's happening. So I'm going to chill out this weekend, hit that DMT hard tomorrow. Say it out, DMT tomorrow, and I'm going to chill the beans Sunday and let whatever I'm after seeing tomorrow evening, just let all that process and see where the new Seanie is, or the next version of me comes. Because whenever I have one of these psychedelic experiences, like, right, this is what you have to do next.
What if you don't like yoga anymore?
Oh no, I'll always love yoga, man. I'll always love yoga. It saved me life, so that's where I am with it now, to be honest.
Episode 5, dusted. Thanks everyone.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, it's a good one though. It's organic.
Yeah, it's the way to do it. We're only out of work and we're rushing. He used to get the haircut, he used to get the beard cut.
The beard done, the whole lot.
And it's Friday the 13th, and I had a shitty day at work, but thanks very much. I enjoyed chatting to you. We get barely chatting to each other. A few gammy voice notes during the week, and then we get to have it all out here. I do forget the cameras here now after the first couple of episodes.
That's us then. Buff, thank you.